Good? Good?
Yeah.
All right. And we're back. How you guys doing? I'm Hesco. That's James. Allegedly. Yeah. A few things to talk about, I guess, this week, but no big deal. Our Lord and Savior got freaking... our dear leader.
Supreme ruler.
Supreme ruler. Yeah, I got
Charismatic chancellor.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, so Donald Trump got
Enthusiastic emperor.
The what?
I'm just gonna keep going.
Ecclesiastic emperor. Is that what you said?
That's better. I said enthusiastic, but
yeah, no.
Magnificent monarch.
Yeah, he is pretty magnanimous. Nah, he went through his inauguration and whatnot, and got sworn in and whatnot. And of course, the media freaking trying to freaking shoot holes into every single little thing that they...
Yeah, like it being held indoors.
You know.
Instead of outside. That's because of the weather, or that's because of the safety thing? Probably both. Who knows?
Probably a little bit of both, yeah.
I'd probably say safety more than weather.
It's supposed to be like 12 degrees out, man.
That's pretty goddamn cold.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, DC gets fucking cold, but...
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 12 degrees out, so, yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck that, man. Like...
So what do you get down to around here? Like 24 degrees or something like that? Like, fuck that.
Yeah, it got to 20 last week at one point. For a very brief period.
Yeah. Yeah, like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 20 degrees for like an hour. And I went to smoke a cigarette and I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. And, yeah, so 12 degrees? Yeah, no. That's a bit much.
Yeah.
And not to mention that it all coincided with DJI removing the geofencing on no-fly zones.
Yeah.
That week.
I think all that does is, like, now the drone won't tell you, hey, I can't fly this area.
No, now the drone won't return to sender if you continuously try to fly in a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
It'll warn you that you're in a restricted airspace, but it puts the responsibility on the operator.
Yeah. It should have been.
Which is where it was always at anyways.
Anyway.
But, I mean, now that the hardware isn't restricted by software, there's an increase in possible FPV drone threat and stuff like that, like they've been using in Ukraine and other parts of the world. So, you know how effective that is. I mean, talk to any North Korean out there if you can find one.
Yeah.
They've been blown to smithereens for the last freaking however long their deployment's been. Very short for a lot of them.
Well, I've been hearing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've been killing North Koreans in Ukraine freaking left and right. But, I mean, a lot of them is through drones. And that new threat assessment kind of coupled with the weather.
Yeah, that's the thing. This war proved absolutely the drones are the future of warfare. They can be.
I mean, yeah, to an extent, yeah.
You don't have autonomous flight at those levels yet, but FPV flight, just some dude in there with a set of controllers and a radio signal, flying a drone out to an enemy target. Yeah, it's an effective way to kill at distance without risking any of your own lives.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yep.
Both sides are doing it. Been doing it.
Yep.
Both sides are trying to find countermeasures. So.
I mean, it's just like some of those countermeasures out there, there's not a whole lot of them that won't leave you like Wile E. Coyote, when you get done. You know what I mean? Like,
both of them are experimenting with like signal jammers, so they can take drones out of the air. Some of them have been experimenting with different radar technologies, so they can fly one drone to another drone and capture it. I think Ukrainians were experimenting with tethered drones, so that they couldn't be shot out of the air by a radio signal or something like that. They're tethered, so I mean, there's no radio signal to block out. But then again, that leads you back to the operator. So
that's like the cartel does that with semi-submersibles.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
but the most effective counter drone weapon so far is a 12 gauge shotgun with birdshot.
Yeah, I mean, that's still pretty close. That's still like right up in your. Like, hey, that's what I mean. Like, some of the more effective ones, I mean, still leave you like Wile E. Coyote, man.
Right.
You just like, poof, fucking black, you know. I mean, FPV drone going off. I mean, even 5 pounds of explosives or something less than that. I mean, that could be significant.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it'd be a little bit too much to ask to freaking hook up freaking AK to one of them things and just.
A bit heavy. So. Attaching a couple ounces of plastic is a lot more effective than an AK.
Yeah. AK still keep you a distance from birdshot. But, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. But that threat assessment kind of had to include drones in it. That's probably why one of the reasons, and the weather.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, one of the reasons they brought it indoors. Did you see the lady priest thing?
Clips. The lesbian priest up there.
Episcopal. Yeah.
Do they allow that shit? I mean,
yes.
Do they? Okay.
They're heretics. Those people are
heretical. Yeah.
Heretical. Yeah, it's a warped satanic freaking version of Christianity. It's all the bad parts of the Bible. Fucking, I don't know, that rolled into a palatable packet where women can be the head honchos of churches and whatever.
Right.
And all these freaking perverse things that the Bible stands against are A-OK, you know. Episcopals are weird, bro. I'm telling you. Pentecostals are weird, but I'll take a Pentecostal over a freaking Episcopal any day of the week, because at least a Pentecostal's kind of, you know, they're still. But this other stuff is that's just crazy. But I don't know how she squeaked through the cracks, man.
She's obviously a lesbian, and I thought priests at least priests that choose to dress like that. If you're dressing like that, you got some vows that you've taken, like celibacy.
Not an Episcopal church.
It's like on the dick about the different churches.
So they take Episcopal. They take the things that they like about church.
Yeah.
Like, and the things they don't like about church, and turn them around and make them A-OK. Like, you know, laying with another man, that's A-OK. You know, having a husband, that's okay. You know, affirming gender roles and stuff like that. Like, everybody's equal and all this. It's the DEI of religions. So.
Gotcha.
Democrats are Episcopal.
Is that how they get around there?
I mean, they are. They may not know it, but they're literally practicing Episcopalian freaking beliefs.
Huh.
So it's bananas, man. Like,
it seems like it.
Yeah, but I don't know who the booker is for this stuff.
What was that church anyway? I mean, why were they there?
Well, it's supposed to be like the blessing.
That was like Jimmy Carter's fucking.
No, that's different. The Jimmy Carter one was at man, I forget.
I was like, someone didn't even bother to look up and say, why were they even in that church in the first place? Because there was a bunch of them in that church. Barack Obama was in that church. Fucking, they were sitting right next to each other. Barack Obama and fucking Bush and
yeah, that was the Jimmy Carter one.
That wasn't the same one that.
I don't think it's the same church. I don't know who booked her. She's no slouch, man. She's worth a couple $1 million.
Huh.
Like, she's not like just some rando, you know.
Right.
I don't know which church they used for that one, but I don't think it's the same one. St. John's Episcopal Church. I guess it's always been done there, or I hate how specific I have to be on these searches. Like, I feel like Google's getting dumber by the fucking minute. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. Because they did the funeral in Plains, Georgia, where he's from. But that other one was in Washington, D.C. I had to seriously edit all this dead space.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean.
Yeah. The Washington National Cathedral.
Okay. Sounds Catholic, though. That's part of St. John's, or no?
No. But that lady, she gave a little speech about unity and whatever, and I didn't think it was that bad of a speech. I just know it ain't based on reality. Because she was like, there's a bunch of gay people and they're scared for their lives and all this other stuff, and we pray for mercy and blah, 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 that you have mercy on these people. Like, he's going to start a genocide or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Freaking Vice President Vance's fucking look was... Dude, that guy's got facial expressions down, man. Like, as soon as she started spouting all that woke bullshit, he was like he fucking recoiled like that and fucking looked over like, are you listening? Are you hearing this shit? Like, I don't know who snuck this lady by and who booked her or whatever, but that's I don't know, man. I think it's by design. I think freaking Trump still got a couple fucking couple slick fucking rats in his crew.
Almost definitely. I mean, you can't expect to get rid of all the corrupt little minions in D.C. that aren't elected, that aren't even appointed, that just applied for the job and got it. So there's plenty of filth still to go. I mean, you're never going to get rid of all of it, ever. These jobs pay too much. They got way too much fucking influence. Man, somebody who's worked for Congress, fucking not any congressman, not any congresswoman, but worked for the Congress for like 25, 30 years. How much influence that person has? And nobody knows their fucking name. They worked in Congress for 30 years. They know everybody. They know everybody that's been there, everybody that's not there anymore. Everybody that's got shit on, everybody that's got arrested, everybody that's lost their seat, everybody that gained their seat and shouldn't have. They know everybody. Never elected, never ran for office, applied for a job, and got it. That motherfucker's got to have a lot of influence because that son of a bitch knows a lot of secrets.
True. True.
And I have no doubt there's more than one of them. Like they're a dime a dozen, but there's more than one.
I don't know, man. It's just it's kind of weird, man. They all come out to they all get squeezed up to the top, and you end up eventually finding out who these fucking weirdos are. But I think it's just because they get old and they get sloppy. Like Mitch McConnell, for the longest, I had no idea how fucking retarded that dude was, and because I knew him from like little clips here and there, so I never really got a full picture. And then you start listening to this dude, like all of a sudden knock back common sense shit, and you're like, what are you doing? Then you start hearing him talk, and then it just goes from bad to worse. I think it's just because they get older. And then he started glitching out in public, and that's pretty much the long and short of it, you know. But I think they just start slipping when they get older. But so far, hundreds of freaking executive orders overturning some of the fucking disasters, freaking bullshit that fucking Biden did. Now it's up to them to codify that shit and make some of that stuff into law, because otherwise you're just gonna end up playing ping pong with the with fucking executive orders back and forth. But
Yep.
hopefully they'll grab some of those that make a little bit more sense and codify those and make them stick, because otherwise that shit ain't going nowhere. But as soon as the Democrat gets in there, you'll fucking get rid of shit.
Yep.
But and the big one was the pardons.
Yeah, on both sides. Got Biden pardoning his entire family.
All of them.
Anybody that had anything to do with convicting January 6th rioters.
Mm-hmm.
Fauci. Fucking General
Milley. Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah. Pardon anybody and everybody that hasn't been prosecuted. Hasn't been charged. For what crime?
Dude, that's the thing. They're gonna have to. They had to shit or get off the pot on this.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be a quick thing. Shoot or get off the pot. I mean, sure, I'd like to see that too. But this is a huge legal precedent. This is a huge legal debate that's about to happen. What is a pardon? Because as far as I know, a pardon is a overturning of a conviction. Or at least a reprieve of the sentence. That's why I've always understood a pardon to be. So you were charged with this crime, you were convicted and sentenced, well now you will no longer serve that sentence, you're free to go.
Let's see what the...
Oh shit.
What does the Constitution say? What is the... Are you doing the same thing I'm doing?
Probably using a different source, but yeah. What are you using?
Grok.
Oh, I'll use ChatGPT.
Alright, a presidential pardon is an official act by the President of the United States that forgives an individual for committing a federal crime, thereby exempting them from any punishment or legal consequences associated with that crime. Here's a breakdown of key aspects. The authority. The power to grant a pardon is provided under Article 2, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, which states that the President shall have power to grant representatives and pardons for offenses against the United States, except in cases of impeachment. Scope. Federal crimes only. A presidential pardon applies only to federal crimes, not state or local offenses. Limitations. It cannot be used for cases of impeachment or to overturn a conviction in a civil case or state crimes. The effects are, of course, the restoration of rights. Pardon can restore various rights like the right to vote or hold public office or bear arms, which might have been lost due to the conviction. Legal forgiveness. It does not erase the conviction from records, but it acknowledges that the acceptance of forgiveness of the crime. There's a full pardon, the types of pardons. There's a full pardon, completely forgives the crime and absolves all penalties. A conditional pardon forgives the crime, but might carry conditions like community service. Amnesty. It can be applied to groups of people for offenses against the government, often in the context of political crimes like draft evasion and the Civil War.
Right.
But
yeah.
The use of pardon power can be highly controversial, especially when perceived as political favoritism or when used in high-profile cases. This act of clemency reflects the president's prerogative and justice system aiming to correct perceived injustices, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, it clearly, according to the Constitution, it centers around a crime actually having been committed.
But.
What but?
But
what?
So the precedent had already been fucking set. pardoning somebody who has not been charged, who has not been maybe suspected, but has not been charged and not even investigated fully. The precedent has already been set, and it was set in
Nixon? Watergate?
When Nixon was fucking pardoned by Gerald Ford for any crimes he may have committed during the Watergate scandal. That's where the precedent was already set.
Well, he was about to be impeached.
He resigned. Resigned, yeah. I think he did get lawfully impeached, but he wasn't removed from office. He resigned the office.
To the best of my recollection from learning it, I thought articles of impeachment were brought to bear, and in lieu of that, he resigned.
Right.
So, but he wasn't impeached, which would have not. He knew that if he would have been formally impeached, he wouldn't have been eligible for a pardon. So he bounced, and
he could still be charged with crimes once he's out of office, and that was probably about to happen. And
that's why he was pardoned.
Right. So that sets the precedent.
But there was like a serious admission, almost like there was
right.
Didn't he do a public address basically?
I don't know. I don't remember.
So I don't think he straight up fessed up to breaking the law, but there was it was out there.
And the whole Watergate scandal, if anybody's not familiar, was the essentially the Republican Party spying on the Democrat Party,
right?
Private conversations with recording devices. So, and they found out, and there were elements of government agencies that were involved. The CIA.
Well, this is where Hillary Clinton learned how to freaking cheat.
Yes,
because she was kicked out of that.
Yeah.
She was kicked out of the investigation for ethics violations. And then fast forward to 2016, she ends up doing the same thing to Donald Trump using freaking the FISA courts. By submitting fake FISA warrants. They weren't fake, but they were under false pretenses and with crooked fucking judges, and they set up surveillance on the Donald Trump campaign. Yeah, she did Watergate back in 2016 when it was her turn.
Right.
So, and it's no coincidence that she was part of the original investigation back in the day. The biggest thing about it is that Watergate was an enormous scandal. And now you flip the coin and the Democrats do the same thing and it barely gets talked about.
Right.
So I can't really wrap my head around when a liberal or a Democrat tells me that we're in control of the media. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like everything is like incredibly skewed. Like,
yeah, I don't know how you can make an argument for the other side. No.
Harry Sisson, that freaking that femboy, freaking does it all the time. I mean, to his embarrassment, but he doesn't have any shame. He gets paid by Act Blue to freaking talk fucking crazy. So, I mean, have you seen that kid?
I'm gonna have to look up who that is.
You don't know who Harry Sisson is?
Is that a surprise to you?
No. No, it don't surprise me that you don't know anyone. That's all right. He's not an important person in anybody's life. So.
23-year-old from New York.
Yeah.
There's a social media influencer on TikTok.
He's paid propagandist.
And you expect me to know who the fuck this is?
Yeah.
Why?
He's a political science major.
And?
Yeah, it's your wheelhouse.
Not TikTok.
That's all he talks is political science.
I've never had TikTok.
I mean, not political science, but political shit. Wrongly, like he's a propagandist. He's a paid propagandist. Like it's. You remember when Biden brought all the freaking social media influencers to the White House?
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes. He's a product. He's one of the more successful outcomes of that project, because a lot of those people that got brought to the White House ended up flipping.
Right.
They were like, oh shit, they paid us to took the money and then ratted them out. So, but I mean, he's been on freaking Piers Morgan's show. He's been all over, looking stupid too, because he's the guy that would say that he was telling people that Biden was sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
And this is like shortly after, like, he had fallen on his face on, like, by the umpteenth time, and fucking gave people some fucking word salad on the TV when he was like hiking through the mountains of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping and some other shit that never happened. Or take your pick. I mean, one thing we got is an endless freaking supply of freaking Joe Biden fucking saying nonsense, like, you know, cannibals ate my freaking uncle.
Yeah.
I was, dude, like, I mean, you name it, man. That dude has lied about every fucking... Or when he was raised Puerto Rican. Bro, it's... I wish I was making it up, man. He was raised Puerto Rican. He was, you know... I don't know, man. Like... It's like back in the day, he can pull the chameleon routine. But like I said, as they get older, they get sloppier, and it just doesn't fucking work the same, you know. Plus, they forget. They keep... I've been saying this since the beginning of our podcast. They keep talking to us like we don't have internet.
Right.
And it's the fucking goofiest shit.
The fucked up thing about that is we do have internet. We can look up anything we want to. We just did looked up a bunch of shit that we didn't have the answers for before we started talking.
Right.
So, I mean, but you can see that some of the internet is changing to match their story.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we go ground news.
It's not a permanent document. And none of this is. All of it can be changed. People used to use Wikipedia as a pretty good source. Mm-hmm. Now, it's... Well, anybody can change it.
That's why I gotta use ground news, man. So I can freaking get the news straight up and down the middle. Because otherwise, man, there ain't no telling. What? Representative Andy Ogles introduces a resolution to revisit the 22nd Amendment, allowing presidents to serve up to 3 terms.
I've heard of that.
That ain't gonna fly.
Well,
you're not getting Trump for another term, dude.
You might.
I don't mind it. I'm just saying.
Might.
I'm just saying, he's 78 now, right?
Yeah. Is he? Is he 78?
Yeah, he'll be 82 by the time he gets out of office or whatever.
Okay, then he'll be 86 by the time he's done.
Yeah. Have you ever met an 86-year-old that's been worth a fuck?
Yeah.
You lying sack of shit. Do you let him drive? No.
Her?
My
grandma.
Does she... Didn't we go to her funeral?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was at her funeral, bro. Like, do you still see her?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just checking on your mental health, bro. No.
You're checking on my mental health.
Yeah. Just saying, man. If you're starting to see things that others don't seem to see.
I'm certified in that too. Eat my ass.
Oh, son of a bitch, man. I tell you. Yeah, he'd be like
86. He'd be 86 by the time he's done.
It's fucking crazy, bro. There ain't no way.
I mean, if he's still sharp as a tack.
I had to fucking hire a couple social media influencers to fucking peddle the fucking lies.
Start propping him up. Fucking Weekend at Bernie's his ass.
Shit. More like this time around, be more like Warhammer 40K. I'll be the God Emperor.
Yeah. That's a vegetable, man.
Yeah. No, that dude is a vegetable.
Yeah. He hasn't moved in like 300 years.
I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking crazy, man. I don't know. But what's crazy is that another part about these pardons, man, is that fucking the left talked about these preemptive pardons when they thought Trump would do it with his family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when they thought he was going to pardon Eric Trump and fucking and whatever his daughter is, and some of the people around him in a circle, and they were talking about how insane that would be, and how fucking criminal it would be that to do that. I was like, well, for what crimes and this and that, and now that Biden's done that with his entire family,
they shut the fuck up.
They shut the fuck up. Not a one of them are saying a goddamn thing. We can compile a list. It'd be pretty long of all the things they've accused the right of doing that they've actually been doing themselves all along.
Yeah.
And it's coming out. It's all coming out, you know? I mean, hell, you got even the fucking idiots from The View, that fucking stupid show.
Yeah.
Fucking Sonny Holston's fucking husband is a doctor, and she talks all kinds of shit about the healthcare system in America and all this other shit. Well, her husband is embroiled in a RICO case, probably one of the biggest. It's the biggest RICO case in United States history, that involves him in falsifying fucking documents for insurance and giving fake treatments to people, and treatments is not needed to overbill insurance companies. Jesus. It's a fucking disaster. And she's over there pointing the finger and telling us how to live our lives and how deplorable we are and this and that and the other, when the guy laying next to her, just one roll of the fucking bed, one yank of the freaking blanket away, that guy's a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
Like, embezzling and all this other shit. I mean, come on. Like, it's always they. You get all this nonsense about Whoopi Goldberg talking shit left and right, up, down, and center. That ain't even her real fucking name.
No, never. It's
she changed her name to a Jewish sounding name so she can get more parts.
What is her word?
That's a pseudonym. She's been working under her pseudonym forever. Fucking, it's hypocrisy, man.
Karen Elaine Johnson.
Yeah.
Her fucking name is Karen.
Yeah.
Caryn.
Yeah. So
how else would you pronounce it? Karen. Karyan. I don't know.
Or Kareen. Or something. I don't know.
69 years old.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are constantly telling people how to live. But I mean, throwing fucking stones, man. I don't get it, man. To be perfectly honest, I don't understand it. Joe Biden pardoned a dude that shot 2 FBI agents to death. And you can't pardon a January 6th fucking...
Of course.
Come on, man.
Because while there were some people on January 6th that were acting nefariously, most of them were patriots who loved this country. But the guy that shot 2 FBI agents is a fucking murderer who would rather see this country torn apart. It shows you where allegiances are. It shows you where their head is at with their alliance. Fucking Joe Biden does not and never has given a fuck about the United States. Not one little bit. He only gives a fuck about his money.
He said it.
Yeah. He's blatantly said it.
He's blatantly said how
he don't want to believe that shit.
He would politically prostitute himself.
And he has. He has been.
And he has. He said it.
Yeah. He just found the right buyers.
And he's never had there's no stutter here. There's no Freudian slip. He has literally said that.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Yeah.
He said he would committed fraud. He said he would fucking withhold fucking aid from the Ukraine if they didn't fucking fire a prosecutor, yada, yada, yada.
That's exactly
Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. The guy got fired. Yada, yada. He didn't have presidential immunity for a lot of these acts. So they weren't he wasn't the president. This is shit that he was doing as a fucking criminal vice president. That was selling access to the White House and God knows who.
Yep.
Hillary Clinton left an open source accessible server in a fucking basement bathroom of one of her houses that had classified top secret material. It was open access. Like you could log into it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you had to, not everybody, not just any Joe Blow could log into it, but I'm pretty sure with minimal
people that shouldn't have access.
People that should, it's not a secure location. You're not supposed to have that in a private home, anyways. They took hammers and bleach to all this evidence. Nothing ever happened to them. This happened. This isn't hyperbole. This isn't. I'm making this up. This happened. It's a lot of it's on video. They testified to a lot of this shit. It's there. Like, it happened. Nothing. Not a fucking thing.
Investigation. No charges. No nothing.
Not a fucking thing.
That was under the Biden administration.
Yeah, not a fucking thing happened.
Biden administration.
Well, it was under Trump's too. So, because Trump decided not to fucking throw Hillary in jail, and it bit him in the ass.
Yeah.
Because.
Wonder what the consequences would have been. Would they try to suicide Trump?
They tried.
Oh,
they've had they've had two attempts.
Yeah. 2
solid attempts and about fucking 6 or 7 others that never made it to fruition. But I mean, hell, they had 2 attempts on the inauguration day.
Yeah.
The fucking lone wolf fucking dudes tried one. I mean, you know when it's just some fucking kooky fucking wacko dude. Because they're like stopped at a checkpoint with a fucking machete this goddamn long and fucking a couple of those fucking dragon knives from gas stations. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh yeah, dude, that is just bonkers, man. The Democrats didn't pay that dude. He's fucking legitimately crazy. So another one had a fucking car bomb. Nobody's talking about that car bomb.
Yeah.
He had a fucking car bomb. They stopped it. So dude, I don't know, man. Nobody's talking about all the shit that fucking came through that southern border during that fucking, the news of the fucking of the surface to air missiles, the clandestine surface to air missiles that are in the United States. There's about 9 or 10 of them. They're still floating around. Nobody's talking about that. I mean, there's a lot of shit about to be uncorked. And I'm starting to look at it like I'm not entirely sure I even want to know. Like, some of this shit is just fucking too much.
Well, he's already signed an executive order to release the information about the JFK assassination and the RFK assassination and the MLK assassination.
Yes. Yeah, but he's a racist, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he released the MLK stuff, because he's a racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What about Malcolm X? Tupac.
We already know who shot Tupac.
He's not dead. He's not fucking dead.
He's dead. He's dead. And there's
chilling with Elvis in the Bahamas.
I mean, if they were to be alive, that's probably how it go. Because Tupac was gay as fuck.
I've heard that.
I've seen that.
And I've seen some videos where like that man seems fruity as fuck. Like he seems like a classic homosexual.
Yeah.
This thug and everything else his persona was, like he seems really fruity.
There's a little sugar in his tank, bro. A little light on the loafers. You know what I mean?
A great artist, but I mean,
yeah. But why is there feathers everywhere? Like, it's a fucking glitter. God damn it. Dude, yeah. He's there's a couple videos out there. Candace Owens put that out.
Is she?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She that lady, man. To her detriment, she just doesn't hold back. Like, to our entertainment,
I like
to her detriment.
I don't listen to her all the time.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Tupac is gay. Play. And it's like, and you hear it, and there's fucking Tupac fucking talking to a camera somewhere, and it's like fucking
all his mannerisms and shit.
Hey, like it's pretty obvious, and he's not joking. Like, it's
he's chilling.
No,
he's relaxed.
Chilling. He's relaxed with some talking and just chopping it up with people, and it's like,
he's obviously gay.
I was like, that dude gay. Yeah. So I don't know. But I tell you, this is just there's gonna be some shit coming out this week, man. or I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, they already admitted to the alien thing.
Basically, they don't want to like admit to it, but they all but have. Because I could admit that there actually is extraterrestrial life out there. All they're saying now is that they got things in the air they can't identify that are obviously mechanical in nature. So they're not saying if it's our technology, Russian technology, Chinese technology, some other actor's technology. It's like, who the fuck would it be? The three highest tech nations on the planet right now are the Russians, the Chinese, and the Americans. And the Americans pretty much hold sway on all of that shit.
It's probably from Ghana, bro.
Right, Wakanda.
You seen their fucking robots?
Oh my god, that shit was fucking
Their
hilarious.
fucking mech army.
You've got to put that on. Just like
The fucking Ghana mech army.
you've got to put that.
And the military patrol, the military parade. It's like it's like fucking cardboard,
Yeah.
wood. I don't know. That shit was fucking crazy.
It's like kids in Vegas that make like fucking Transformer costumes that actually transform. That's
Yeah,
these
yeah.
fuckers like.
It's a military parade.
If you just see it anywhere else, be like, these guys are just fucking around. They're just having fun.
No, this is a military parade, bro.
Yeah, they're legit. They're being serious.
It's a military parade. They're trying to convince their people they have mechs.
We have mechs.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, bro. That's cardboard.
Like, give me my simple ass 1911 45. I guarantee you I'm gonna win.
Fucking 45. What are you talking about? It's fucking cardboard.
Yeah, 22 slingshot.
A cup of
Fucking
water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Way more entertaining than that, though.
it's freaking crazy, man. Like, and they're like in Rastafarian colors.
Yeah.
You see the Ghana helicopter, the attack helicopter. The fuck. And it's like this fucking scaffolding that looks like it's made out of bed frames. It's like fucking lawnmower blades above you.
And why embarrass yourself like that?
Dude, it's
Put that out there.
it's they think that people they're so disconnected from the rest of the world, and like they're in 1.0 software. Everybody else is like in 9.6 or whatever. So they have no idea. They think that stuff is cool. The rest of the world, you seen TV shows from the 70s,
Yeah.
like little clips or old commercials, and how fucking retarded they look to us now.
Yeah.
They're there. You know what I mean?
Reminds me of an old
Old
music video.
old movie magic.
You ever seen Tune?
A what?
Tune. Indian rap. In the early 2000s.
Yeah. Yes.
That.
Bro. Yeah, they're there. The rest of the world is...
That was more advanced than that bullshit.
The rest of the world
That
is...
was 25 years ago.
But, like, you remember how groundbreaking fucking Roger Rabbit was, right?
Yeah.
You saw
It really
that.
was groundbreaking.
I mean, well, it was for the time.
Yeah.
But, like, they're still there on that era. Like, they're just catching up to that. And,
apparently not. Those graphics are better than their real life.
well, you know what I mean. Like, I'm just, it's a metaphor, bro. You know,
It's just so embarrassing.
it's like,
It's like the world collectively cringes at your fucking shit.
yeah, it's like Ugandan kung fu movies, bro. You seen some of that shit?
I have not.
Bro, Ugandan kung fu movies, they're fucking horrible.
Oh, fuck it, I'll look it up.
Yeah, they're it's some of the worst fucking movie cinema anything you'll ever see, bro. It's like they'll make up a machine gun like a rifle out of pipes, welded together, painted black to make it look like a gun, like shit that you would do as a kid. And then when they shoot at each other, they like put the fire effect at the end, and they're shaking it like that. Like it's just like it's kiddie stuff. It's stuff for, I don't know, like stuff that children would make, you know. But that's where they're at with a lot of stuff. Ghana's the same way. They think their people fucking gonna eat that up. Fucking a Rastafarian mech army. Fucking made of cardboard. You could take that shit out with a pair of brass knuckles. I mean, come on, man. I don't know what to tell you. These fucking politicians on the left act the same way. They think people are gonna eat up some of this bullshit, and then we go to the Wayback Machine over here that's in my pocket, and we figure out real quick they're full of shit. Elon Musk fucking did a goddamn Nazi salute fucking looking thing the other day. He was saying fucking, I'll give my heart out to you guys.
Yeah.
And he fucking did this, and people fucking lost their shit. And I'm like, dude, then you see all the videos of all the people that are talking shit doing the same thing.
Right. The other thing I want to mention, though, is did you see what Elon's response was to the backlash?
He was joking about it. I know I answered to one of them on
He had projectors put up on outside of the Berlin Tesla facility.
Oh, God.
That projected him making that motion with his right hand, and right next to it, it said Heil Tesla. At the Berlin...
He doubled down.
Yeah, he doubled down on that shit.
He doubled down.
That's why I like Elon, though, because this whole thing right now is like, what the fuck are you going to do? What the fuck are you going to do?
Well, that's back when
You going to censor him?
when Disney was threatening to pull advertisement.
Yeah.
From I was like, you gonna bribe me with money?
Yeah, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And the room went quiet.
Yeah.
That place he was at.
Because wasn't Bob in the room? Wasn't the owner too?
Yeah.
He was in the room.
Bob was like right there. I was like, he called him my name.
Yeah.
I was like, you gonna bribe me with money? Fucking Bob, whatever the fuck he said. Fucking
hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Yeah, he was right there. He was like, go fuck yourself. He was like, do you understand me? Literally go fuck yourself. And I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, this dude, I don't know, man. He's
I'm trying to find that image. So it was on Twitter for a while.
That's fucking crazy, man. But people are losing their shit over that damn salute. I don't know how long. And then fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez fucking talking all kinds of crazy, and then there's a video of her doing the same shit.
Okay, there's mixed reports on this now. Fucking half the people saying like Elon did this to his own building, is doubling down on this shit. The other half is saying this is a left-wing group that did that. I don't know how the fuck a left-wing group would get that close to the fucking gigafactory in Berlin to do that elaborate of a fucking projection.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like to believe it was just Elon doing that himself. It was a big fuck you.
Fucking.
Yeah, if you go on Twitter and just type in Heil Tesla, it'll come up.
Yeah. Then Pete Hegseth
Just got confirmed.
I think
for
so, yeah.
DOD secretary.
Yep. Yeah, well, SecDef. And then ISIS hitting all the sanctuary cities.
Mm-hmm. They started with Chicago and New York so far.
Mm-hmm. Others. And there's like 22 states sued Donald Trump administration over anchor baby legislation.
Already?
Birthright citizenship.
Yeah. Already suing?
Mm-hmm. They set money aside for that kind of stuff. And they preemptively budgeted money for the lawsuits. That's what LA was doing when their fucking city was on fire.
Setting money aside for those.
Yeah, instead of fighting the fire, they were legislating fucking $50 million or however much it was to sue fucking Trump when the immigration freaking thing started happening. I don't know, man. That's
Military's going back on their DEI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Following Trump's orders.
Well, a lot of these employees, federal employees, they dismantled all the DEI freaking departments on every federal agency. And a lot of these people got put on admin leave. So a lot of these freaking directors for some of these departments of DEI started changing their job titles.
Yeah.
Just to avoid the suspensions.
I saw one. What was it? I think it was FBI. It was,
ATF.
It probably was ATF.
Senior director.
That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Senior executive.
Senior executive.
Got changed from DEI, director of DEI to senior executive.
Senior executive.
No other title. Senior. That's very vague.
Yeah.
She had a specific title, DEI director.
Yep. Then they're looking into changing all the names back. We'll see if they go along with it.
I mean, you're not in the military?
Huh?
Who go along with it?
I mean, if they go along with it, like if they get it done, because that's relatively low priority. Change the name back.
Oh, names of the bases.
Names of the bases back.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
I was amazed at how quick the signage went up around here. I don't know about that.
It don't matter. They still got to call it Fort Hood. Nothing's really changed. Every time they say Fort Cavazos, they got to couple it with Fort Hood now. Previously known as Fort Cavazos, as fucking Fort Hood. You know, they got to. So they haven't changed the name of the installation as much as they just made it longer now.
Right.
Maybe on official letterheads and orders and stuff like that, on official paperwork, it just says Fort Cavazos. While everything else, it's Fort Hood.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Because nobody knows where the fuck Fort Cavazos is. Like
nobody knows what fucking Fort Cavazos is.
Fort Liberty is.
Right.
Fort Bragg. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I have no idea what Fort Liberty is either. Because it'll always be fucking Bragg.
I imagine fucking Jackson. Jackson's probably under a new name.
Or fucking Fort Moore.
Where does Fort Meade change this name?
No, you know where Fort Moore is?
I do now.
What?
I just looked up Fort Moore.
Yeah, so no, and now you do, but you had to look it up.
Where is it?
That's Fort Benning.
Is that what Benning? Oh my God. It's terrible.
Named after Harold Moore. Mel Gibson. We were soldiers.
Oh, Hal Moore.
Hal Moore?
I mean, I've never heard him called Harold.
I don't know.
Hal Moore. Colonel Hal Moore, yeah.
I don't know. Fucking leg guy.
He was airborne.
At one point.
He did all the jumps in World War II.
That's what made him a man.
And Korea.
No, that was Sergeant Major Plumley.
No, he did the jumps in Korea as well.
He did jumps in Korea, not in World War II. That was Sergeant Major Plumley.
Hal Moore did all them jumps too.
Mm-mm. Oh. No. He became a man in the 82nd. And then when Legland, Cavland, first Cav needed a man, they hired him. Yeah. That's what you get, the fucking America's greatest and worst leaders.
What? Brad?
The airborne. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You get some of the best and some of the fucking absolute shittiest that the world will ever fucking see coming from Bragg. Where do you think fucking Millie the Traitor came from?
Guess I have to specify.
What?
Well, fuck it.
Fuck it or what?
Look at how many jumps that guy did. Hal Moore.
Hal Moore?
Yeah.
He didn't jump in World War II?
Over 300 jumps in his career. Yeah, he was only in the Korean War and Vietnam.
Yeah, Sergeant Major Plumley was the one that jumped fucking from the beginning of fucking time till fucking Vietnam. You imagine how impossible it would be to work for that guy?
No. Seemed alright in the movie.
I mean, I guess it'd be cool, but...
Not really. He seemed like a fucking prick in the movie, too.
He was,
some sergeant just trying to say hello to him, and he's fucking chewing his fucking head off.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat, but... Because you don't talk to sergeant majors.
Well, I don't.
Nobody does. I mean, you have nothing to say. They talk to you, you talk to them. You don't just, like, come up and say anything to a sergeant major. You don't say anything. In my day, you didn't say anything to an E5. You have nothing to say. You're waiting for orders. You got nothing to talk about. That's just my fucking my side of things. I don't know. Fucking that guy must have been impossible to work for because you had nothing you could tell him. He's seen it all, literally. You can't teach him anything. You can't talk to him about anything. What are you gonna? You can't even one up him on a fucking fuck story. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can talk to him about. He was there during the inception of the 82nd Airborne. What are you gonna talk to him about? It's a founding fucking.
Was he at fucking Toccoa?
I think so, dude. Yeah, because he made all those.
101st, wasn't it?
The who?
Toccoa.
Toccoa was everybody.
That was everybody?
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
I don't know shit.
Yeah, so he made those fucking. He made all the fucking jumps in World War II and then Korea and then fucking ended up in fucking Sergeant Major in Vietnam. So yeah. There's not a whole lot you talk to that dude about. He hasn't already done fucking once or twice, you know. A guy with that much fucking combat experience he doesn't need people anymore. You know what I mean? Like he needs no one. Like I met a crusty old sergeant major like that a while back on a medical call. It's like, hey, you need to go to the hospital, man. We think you had a fucking heart attack. Nah, I don't give a shit. I just call 911 to let you guys know where to find the body. You know, that kind, you know what I mean? Like, he just like hold his fucking chest till he passes away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking Netflix, fucking, are you still there?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fucking, you know, they don't give a fuck, man. His house was like barracks, like bachelor furniture, fucking boxes everywhere. Yeah, no fucking dog.
Yeah,
that was it. He called because he thought he was dying, not because he wanted you to take him to the hospital. He didn't want his fucking body to rot in the fucking apartment. That's why he called.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. What do you say? What do you say to a guy like that? You know what I mean? It's nothing. You just sit there, wait for orders, bro. That's coming back. If these guys if Hedseg and all these motherfuckers do this shit right, they're gonna get rid of all these fucking. They're getting rid of all those DI initiatives. They're also getting rid of all the freaking trans. Mm-hmm. They're non-deployable.
Yeah.
They're fucking non-deployable. It's psychotic. They're on psychotic medication. Yeah. They're on hormone treatment. They're non-deployable.
They shouldn't be in the military.
They shouldn't be in the military. And it's not an ideological thing. It's a fucking matter of medical fucking readiness. They're the least of the lethal.
Yeah.
They cannot deploy. They cannot fucking serve. And they're getting all this stuff done on fucking on military budget. Getting fucking double mastectomies, getting fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, you imagine how little we trusted those doctors anyways?
How little we still do?
Dude, the military doctors.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, do you imagine them dudes being in charge of fucking turning your fucking innie into an Audi? Or vice versa? Do you want a vagina constructed by a military doctor? What do you think that would fucking look like?
It would look
like an M998 caliper.
It would look like
the caliper of an Up Armor Humvee. It
would look orderly and to regulations.
Yeah, with stenciled on the side. You know what I mean? And fucking cellulose wadding for all the sharp edges, so you don't fucking cut yourself.
The fucker's got teeth.
Yeah, that fucking thing would be shaped like a 50 cal can. It's you're a fucking military doctor.
So credit 240 can.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I understand these fucking guys that believe they're in the wrong body want to be girls, and that's fine, dude. But to have, and I understand that's a financial burden. I'm like, it's a significant financial cost.
Yeah.
I sympathize with their plight. That's not an issue. if the government wants to pay for it, fucking by all means, man, get it done, right? I'm not opposed to fucking getting a freebie if that's what they're gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna challenge that to them, but dude, we barely trusted those doctors with like pulling wisdom teeth.
Or anything.
You know what I mean? Or anything beyond a cold was a nightmare. Like, dude, I dislocated an arm, and it was like
ER doctors are different. I want to point that out.
Right. Well, ER doctors, that's a different story. But
yeah,
but like I'm talking about the outpatient clinical stuff and whatever. But it's some of these other dudes that can't be surgeons in the real world and are now they're like a fucking full bird colonel.
I can't tell you how many doctors on that fucking, because they started out as majors because they have a doctorate degree.
Right.
So they were never lieutenants. They were never captains. They started out as fucking majors. Mm-hmm. The only fucking reason they're wearing camouflage at this point is so they could pay their fucking medical school bills.
Right.
Because that shit's like a fucking $140,000 debt on their ass, and a fucking 6-year commitment to the military wipes it clean.
Right.
That's the only reason they're there. They don't give a fuck. They graduated. This was the old joke my dad always said. My father was a fucking combat medic for 17 years, mostly with artillery units. He told the joke when I was a kid, and I kind of understood it back then. I guess I really understand it now. He told the joke, fucking, what do you call a medical student that graduates med school at the bottom of his class? Doctor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Doctor. The same thing you call the fucking summa cum laude.
Yeah.
Fucking call him doctor.
Yeah, it's like that other classic joke. What do you call 5 black guys in space?
Fucking space crew.
Astronauts, you racist fuck.
I said space crew, goddammit.
Yeah, but it's fucking crazy. Like, to trust an army fucking doctor, to do such a, like, this is a procedure you wear forever. You know what I mean?
And it's such a, from what I understand of seeing people on YouTube who have gone through this shit, or people who've talked to people who've gone through this shit, fucking, it is such a delicate surgery and such a complicated surgery that it goes wrong a lot more often than it goes right. Mm-hmm. Even though the medical profession has been doing these types of surgeries since the 1950s. Sex reassignment surgery?
Yeah.
They've been doing it since the fucking 50s. They haven't gotten any better at it.
No, it's
like a fucking 60% failure rate.
It's a fucking soft tissue fucking molding bullshit. I don't understand it. It's not like you got, I mean...
The thing is, if you can make a fucking vagina into a dick, why can't you make a dick bigger? Like, why can't I get, like, a bigger cock like women can get bigger tits? Why isn't that surgery?
Pretty sure you can.
I haven't heard about it.
Pretty sure you can. It's just, like, why would you? It's just...
To throw a hammer around? That's what...
I don't know. I don't think it matters. It's just...
It hasn't. It hasn't made any difference.
I mean, I'm just you blow the same. It's just, I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, that shit's fucking crazy. But yeah, they're getting rid of all those people. And
be more entertaining to do jumping jacks.
Nah, man, those fucking the fucking partner assisted fucking
fuck you.
fucking exercises and shit, like fucking the pushing the legs and shit. You're like fucking holding somebody's ankles doing leg races, partner assisted leg races.
Like fucking dangling motherfucker. God damn.
Fucking holding somebody's feet for fucking sit-ups. How many times I got a fucking dude fart in my face over that bullshit? Yeah. Fucking holding somebody's feet and it's fucking I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes.
The one punk who eats breakfast before a PT test.
I was like, yeah. Yeah, I fucking... Yeah, the 82nd was fucking something else. Fucking Monday mornings. No partner assisted anything on Mondays. That fucking formation was rank, bro. Rank. Fucking... That whole street fucking... They have speakers. I don't know if they do the same for it. Well, they do, to an extent. Not an olive fur hood, but I've seen it. They put speakers with cadence. And Arden Street, it's the main drag they ran on.
Italian Avenue for us.
Yeah, fucking. They're running back and forth, and all these formations is like a fucking smack of fucking of booze, just like a booze train, just fucking goes by you. Everybody's fucking just fucking pushing fucking alcohol through their pores. It's fucking crazy. At one point, I this is pre-internet now, and I found out this fucking figure through the PX. The Airborne PX located on Eindhoven was the second most fucking retailer of Budweiser in the world. This PX is about the size of this little apartment complex.
Right.
It's a shopette.
Right. Okay, in a Class 6 store.
Well, small Class 6 store with like essentials. Some margarita mix, you know what I mean? Some salsa.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. But they have Bud Light and Budweiser products. Second in the world.
Wonder who's first.
Puerto Rico, Fort Buchanan. Well, they buy it in bulk down there and resell it in fucking in restaurants and shit like that. Yeah. So that counts technically, but they use the Class 6 in Puerto Rico like people use Sam's Club, like small business owners use Sam's Club.
Right.
But the Airborne PX, number 2 in the world by retail. That's significant, bro. This is sitting right in front of Infantry Lane, man. It says Eindhoven. You have 3 infantry brigades and field artillery. So infantry brigade, field artillery, infantry brigade. And all the pogues, for the most part, are on the other side of that. So all the pogues, they're the other side of the fucking street. So they're nowhere near that PX. But yeah, that's just, it's a lot of booze. I don't know. Change that stuff. You can have hopefully they stick to it. They'll bring back some of the golden age of the military, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see.
It started to decline when I was leaving.
It's all this is in its infancy now. So I mean, everything is fucking shit that he promised he was going to do day one. He did most of it, I think.
It all seems too good to be true to me, though.
Right.
Like it's some of these things and some of the way like I was talking to you, the other day. Marco Rubio going for Sec State. The things he's talking about, what he's gonna do with Department of State, State Department. It's just too good to be true, man. Because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it operate the way it's supposed to operate. So
as a diplomatic arm.
As a diplomatic arm that's not focused on furthering a conflict or enticing one.
Right.
It's trying like a diplomatic arm that's trying to be diplomatic, like legitimately. I've never seen it done like that. Not during Bush. Definitely not during Hillary, and she was the boss. She was fucking Secretary of State back then. So, but yeah, that I don't know. It seems too good to be true. I don't know. We'll see and wait for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Wonder how long some of these fucking documents are gonna take to clear.
That's a big question mark right now. I mean, you can sign declassification all you want, but if there's shit in there that's like detrimental to national security, or like if it were to come out, it would undermine everything that's been done for like the past 40 or 50 years or so.
Fuck it.
Whoever's holding those fucking documents is going to press that. It's like, this cannot be released. You can release everything else except for this. You might not see the whole case ever.
I don't think we won't. I don't think we will.
It's a possibility. It's a serious possibility, especially with the JFK assassination. Because, I mean, that was a pivotal moment in history.
Yeah, it's a coup.
Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, there's that much evidence of it. I mean, that we can point at it.
This is almost theoretical evidence.
Well,
I mean,
what's not theoretical is the fucking, what was it, Lyndon B. Johnson? Fucking took the oath of office with the body right fucking behind him.
well, no, not literally, but fucking
He was
in the aircraft, and he had fucking Jackie right next to him
Jackie O still had blood
on her dress.
on her
Yes.
fucking dress.
Yes, that's true. That's photographed.
The body was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, wasn't even cold yet.
wasn't even cold yet. That's fucking crazy. Now understand that there is a need for continuity of government.
Yeah, but there's also a need for decorum.
This was clearly a get the fuck out of my way.
Right.
It's my turn.
That's my personal opinion about JFK assassination. Is LBJ had it killed.
Yes.
LBJ pulled some strings that he had in the CIA or wherever he had to pull the string.
You have any idea how much money that man made after the Gulf of Tonkin?
Well, yeah, Lyndon Baines Johnson died a very rich man.
Yeah. He made fucking millions in the 60s. Millions and millions of dollars off of the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lyndon Baines Johnson killed that man.
Yeah.
Had that man killed to fucking further the agenda of the military-industrial complex that fucking Dwight D. Eisenhower warned us about.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that is. That's all that it is.
Lyndon Baines Johnson was about as outspoken and prolific a racist as Joe Biden was.
Yes.
He was very, very racist and very blatant about it.
And also would tell you exactly what they're not going to do while doing it.
Right. Yeah,
I'm not going to have American boys go down there and do the thing that Asian boys ought to be doing for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40,000 troops later. Yeah.
Kind of like fast forward on the same fucking play sheet, and here's fucking George W. Bush on an aircraft carrier saying mission accomplished, and I'm in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has anybody told the fucking enemy that the war's over? Because we're still getting shot at here. Like right now. This dude's talking, we're fucking shooting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's too good to be true. I've never seen it done right. I know the playbook and how it's supposed to be ran, and how it's supposed to go, but I've never seen it executed the way it's written.
Right.
So, pardon my cynicism, but it's just kind of like, I lost a lot of friends.
The thing is, they might be able to get things back up as the way they're supposed to operate, but it's not going to last. As soon as another Democrat takes office, all this is getting reversed again.
Well, that's why they got to codify it. They got to codify some of this stuff. So they're
I have no faith in this government anymore and its ability to operate and maintain.
They got 2 years to show and prove.
Yeah.
They got 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Until the next congressional elections come up.
Next congressional election, we'll see how the cookie crumbles. Because Donald Trump is talking about taking back the Panama Canal, and I don't know how the fuck that's going to fly.
Well, there's one of two ways.
Yeah. Well,
they can take it back through negotiation, or they can take it back through force.
I mean, he did say he didn't want no new wars and
Just don't call it a war.
you don't have to call it a war. Yeah. You can call it, managed diplomacy, managed democracy.
Right. Managed democracy, or what we had is spreading managed democracy.
Spreading managed democracy.
Yeah. Panama Canal is a big one. I remember there was somebody, I was in the earshot, they were at the same table eating, and they were talking about how I don't know why the Panama Canal is still even in use, because ships are too big to fit through Panama Canal. It's like, it's wrong. It's completely wrong, because ships are built to fit the Panama Canal. Every ship in the world, every cargo ship and oil tanker and everything like that, they are built, purpose-built to fit the Panama Canal, so that they can transit.
Who
I ain't saying.
Oh.
Because I think they watch the show.
That's goofy.
Yeah. Every ship in the world is purpose-built and measured specifically to fit the Panama and the Suez Canals. Because the Panama and the Suez Canals use the same measurements to make their canals. So,
yeah, I've never thought about that, ever.
The locks are huge. The locks are fucking huge.
I know they're enormous.
Yeah.
So,
But like the aircraft carriers, the aircraft carriers that we have are massive. They're fucking huge. Fucking like, if you put them in video games, they're Imperial class fucking aircraft carriers, you know? They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
They will fit the locks in the Panama Canal because they are purposely measured and built to fit it.
Okay.
So there are limitations on how big you can build a ship because of the Panama Canal.
Yeah, I thought it was more of a displacement thing, but
that's the thing. That's where the engineering comes into play. I'm not an engineer, but that's where the engineering comes into play. So you can still build a base this so big, and have a displacement that's massive because that part of the ship only goes so far under the water.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. But I mean, apparently Panama has leased the responsibilities of the entrance and exit, or entrance and exit, no matter, the ends of the Panama Canal to Chinese-owned companies, and that is a problem.
Yeah.
So
militarily and economically.
Apparently, it's costing the United States an arm and a leg. But of course, China Joe won't get in the way of him, because he never addressed the issue. Neither did Trump before him, because he probably didn't even know about it.
I think this 4 years with Biden being in office, Trump has learned a lot.
He's learned a lot. Joe Biden has unceremoniously showed us how not to be fucking president and how not to do anything in public ever. Probably the biggest useless, worthless fucking lump of shit the world politics. The world politics is. I think Idi Amin would have been a better president than that guy, and Idi Amin ate people.
He's entertaining as fuck.
He ate humans.
What was that movie? Was it
The King of Scotland?
King of Scotland. That's what it was. Yeah. The fucking Forrest Whitaker as Idi Amin. Yeah.
Idi Amin would have done a better job.
Oh my god.
Fucking dude, man. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, I'm glad he's gone. I hope they send him to Mars. He should be on that's a good job for him.
Be the first Martian.
Be the first person to go to Mars. Elon Musk should put him on a rocket and launch his ass. Him and his fucking vice president.
No, she's got corners to work.
No, she's got another campaign to run in 2028. I mean, this is.
Again.
I hope she runs again. I hope she runs again and again and again and again. She's the Buffalo Bills of politics. You know what that means?
No.
Go 4 consecutive Super Bowls and never win.
Huh.
Buffalo Bills, bro. Buffalo Bills of politics. Just fucking get to the Super Bowl, don't win. Get to the Super Bowl, don't win. Yeah.
That sucks. It's gotta be frustrating.
Unlike the Buffalo Bills, who actually earned going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But just metaphorically. But that's all we got for this week, man. It's just kind of talking about the pardons, talk about all that stuff. I mean, keep an eye on it. Let us know what you think. Freaking.
Right now, all this stuff is in its infancy. I mean, Trump just took office. He's just started to do this stuff, do these things. A lot of these things haven't happened yet because they're still in the pipeline. So,
yeah, we'll have to monitor that closely and let's see what pops out of it, man.
I'm already monitoring the economics kind of closely because I'm invested in it, and I've seen a little bit of a fucking change. It was negative during the actual handoff of power, and now it's coming back positive again. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Because we don't have that much time. So, but as far as we're concerned, that's all the time we got for this week. You guys have a good one. Like and subscribe, and give us a share. Follow us on our socials, and we're on Twitter. So I mean X. So
yeah. Primarily
on X, showing our asses over there.
It's fun though.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some weirdos on that thing, but
might see some new kind of footage coming soon, maybe. No guarantees.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play around with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, all right, guys. Laters.